Hello and welcome into another Talking Points episode or video game story time. I'm jumping between trying to do different things now, and I don't even know which one this is officially going to be, especially because sometimes they are one and the same, but I'm trying to actually do different things, and I'm already dangerously encroaching on the fact that I did an accessibility video a couple of months ago. I don't even think it's up yet. It might be going up at a similar time to two other videos because I did a video about accessibility. And then just recently, I did a video about fan remakes, specifically the Streets of Rage remake. And in the middle of that, I realised I needed to actually do a video about mods. And I actually started to touch on some of the stuff that fan remakes and mods in the same video. And I didn't want to just turn it into one super long video. I decided to instead do this. Because it was always the plan to actually make a separate thing about this. And yeah. This is about mods, and as weird as it might be, this might have to be titled something like a Thank You To Modderss, because if it wasn't for modders, I genuinely wouldn't be able to play what is one of my all-time favourite roguelike games, Risk of Rain 2. So I mention this a lot on my channel because it is very pertinent. It's like important to me playing games. I am visually impaired. I am very visually impaired. I truly do struggle with the most basic things in gaming. And Risk of Rain 2, I was really enjoying the game, with one exception. The whole point of this game, you land and you have to find a portal, and I can see the portal's there now, but I'll get to this in a second. You have to walk around shooting enemies, trying to earn money, stuff like that, the basic roguelike stuff, but you have to find a portal, and the way to find the portal is you're supposed to be able to look at tiny little red and black particles floating in the air. Now, you might be able to see them. If so, you've definitely got better vision than me, because even though I know the portal's there, unless I look at the part where it's kind of the densest, I really struggle to see them. So I know fine well if I pull the camera like that, I don't think any of them were really visible. There's like a couple. So I would always severely struggle when the portal wasn't out in the open like this, because the whole point of this game is the portal's in a completely different place every time, even when you play the stage. Now, obviously there's 4 or 5 different places, if memory serves, per stage. Maybe it might only be 2 or 3 on some of them where it can appear, and the more you play the game, the more you learn where they actually are, and the whole point is you're supposed to want to check all of the areas. But when you're playing solo, and when you're just learning the game, and when your hint is something that you literally cannot see because of your eyesight, I was suffering and hating this game so much. So I went and looked around for mods, and turns out someone did this little mod to have a nice little green beam of light that comes up out of it. And on top of that, I have ADHD, and I have severe trauma to my brain, and sometimes I forget the simplest things. I will forget things literally sometimes the minute they happen. So if I find the portal, and I don't have anything to remind me where the portal is, then re-finding the portal can be just as difficult as finding the portal the first time. So I got a mod to put a green beam of light coming out of it so that I could see it, and then I got a mod to put that little white thing around it so that as long as I walk up to the portal and it's now marked, it will be on my mark, like on my radar, on my HUD, and no matter where I go, I'll be able to see what direction I have to return to. Now, obviously, it is like kind of line of sight, straight line type thing, but that's enough for this kind of game. So let's say I wanted to actually activate this Halcyon Shrine, but I'd forgot where the portal is. Doesn't really matter anymore, because now I've got a little marker. So purely because of modders adding in tiny little things, which one of them as well was the ability to pause the game, believe it or not. Modders actually added in the ability to pause the game because you couldn't pause the game online when you were playing with friends. And sometimes I'll be playing with friends and a migraine kicks in and I have to vape medical marijuana. And there's nothing worse than being in agony and knowing that you're being a detriment to your team, but there's fuck all you can do about it because you can't pause the game. So I used to get a mod to be able to allow us to pause the game as well. And then eventually the developer was like, wait a minute, that's actually used by so many people, maybe we should put that into the game. So yeah. This video is essentially a thank you to anyone out there who has ever actually made any form of mod, from basic accessibility to anything that actually improves the gameplay experience. So I'm not talking about any of the weird creepy mod stuff. I'm not talking about making video game characters naked or just like adding in racism or any bullshit like that. I'm not talking about people who make those kinds of mods. I'm talking about people who genuinely love a game so much but recognise it has some flaws and go out of their way to make things like this so that my blind ass can fucking see where a portal is in a game that I've now put hundreds of hours into. At the moment in time, I don't have every single achievement because I know they've released a new character at the time of recording this, and I still haven't got around to actually playing the new DLC. Games have been releasing too fast for me to replay this, you know, and to revisit it. But at the same time, I've got like 150 of the 160-ish achievements or something. This is something I put a shit ton of time into. It is always there for me when I need it to be, and I'm really glad that the modders actually keep renewing their mods as well, because eventually they'll probably stop, and that's going to suck. But I can't really blame them, because I understand every time the game updates they have to redo this work, and they do redo this work. I can always get the basic accessibility mods over and over again. There's some stuff that I've had to abandon, but some of the stuff is just like bits of fun where they're no longer supported anymore, and it's a bit of a shame because I enjoyed some of the items. There was a pack that added in a bunch of Risk of Rain 1 items, and now you just can't get that pack anymore, and it's a shame because, again, I did like some of the items it added. It changed up the meta quite a bit, but at the end of the day, it was just a little bit of fun. It wasn't anything I drastically needed, whereas every time they make a new stage, they have to make sure that that green beam of light is applicable, like it works on all of the new portals, you know? So yeah, this is a weird, wacky, general thank you to modders everywhere video. Again, everywhere with some caveats. If you do accessibility stuff or actual fun content stuff and things that aren't harmful to anyone, then it's a thank you to you. If it is stuff that's designed to be edgelord harmful shit, then like, do better. You've clearly got the ability and talent to do things that I cannot do. The ability and talent that I wish I had. And you use it for that, when you could be doing things like this and really making someone's day. Because it's not just me. I've actually told other people who are visually impaired, oh yeah, if you're really struggling with the game, just get this pack from this person and it'll really help you out. And it's like, oh my god, yeah, this has actually made it playable again, thank you. Yeah, be the person who helps someone as opposed to the person who makes very shitty content, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And with that weird fucking PSA out of nowhere, I've been Sky Fellowship. I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, if you didn't know these mods existed for this game, super easy to set up. Just look for R2 Modman on YouTube and you'll find a tutorial. And yeah, get them installed and have fun with the game, because it is an amazingly fun fucking game. Even solo. I do like playing it with friends a lot, but it can also add to some of the chaos and difficulty. Playing it solo, I've been able to unlock everything on stupidly hard mode, because you need stupidly hard mode to unlock everything. It's not the sort of thing that I've really managed to clear a lot of runs with other people, but yeah. Anyway, waffling now, so until the next time, I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day. And as I always forget to actually move the mouse cursor off the screen because it gets locked. Apologies for the very weird ending here. Bye!